Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final part of this week's Copenhagen Dreaming. We are, well, let's see if we should probably, start with what Charlie is going to do.
Yes.
WWCD. What would Charlie do?
What will Charlie do? When the others leave,
Yes.
he'll wait out just to make sure that they are actually not rummaging around in his personal stuff.
Yes, I'm assuming that they do leave.
But why would we do that?
We have no reason to suspect him.
No.
It's funny how people with secrets thinks everyone else is out to get them.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
When they're gone, Charlie goes back inside.
Right? Well, your granddad is sitting in the living room staring straight ahead.
Charlie sits down at the opposite end of the table.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything.
Granddad, we have to talk.
We do, don't we?
Yeah. Is it true?
Yes, it's true.
Why?
Because the country was falling apart. We just fought a very bloody, very ugly war. And suddenly there is this enormous, powerful being saying, I'm gonna tear this, what you have left, in two. How long do you think it would have been before the Swedes would have marched in if we had let her do that? I think about an afternoon. The only way to get her to understand that how serious it was what the Duke ordered. He didn't do it lightly. I didn't do it lightly. I didn't like doing it. Doesn't change the fact that I did. I've stayed out of all that kind of bullshit, pissing, fucking, useless, utter crap that makes up politics ever since. I came home, I handed over the instruments with which we had done the deed. I went here and I haven't set foot in court since that day. That was the last time any of them saw me. There's no such thing as clean politics.
I understand.
I don't. I'd put a bullet in my younger self's head if I could have stopped me back then by doing that. If I could go back and face myself and kill myself to stop that, I would. It was a wrong thing to do. What the fuck choice did we have? You have no idea what it was like in those days. Nobody who wasn't there. It's me, it's Steele, it's Viggo, and it's the bloody Duke. We're the ones who were there. You can't imagine the carnage. There were over 100 dead Fae. I don't even have any count of how many Chimera died. Many of them were my friends.
And yet again, now the sweets are at our doorstep.
Yes, they are.
I won't tell anybody.
No, I think you might want to call Caroline. She came in here yesterday after you told her to leave. She was in tears.
Yeah. I'll fix that.
She does care, you know. She promised me she wasn't going to tell anyone.
Okay. I won't either. I'll go see if I can find her.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Your friends are right, though. Get some rest first.
Yeah, I'll get around to that. Charlie gets up and staggers off.
Yeah.
Probably out to see if he can find Caroline.
Yeah. You can call her. Or send her a text or something.
I think Charlie gets onto the next bus into Copenhagen.
Sure.
And texts her and asks where she's at.
You get a text back saying she's at home.
Then he changes direction and goes that way.
Yeah. Well, she's there when you get there. She opens the door. She looks scared.
Charlie looks shitty.
Hi. Sorry I didn't tell you before, but it never came up.
It's okay. I'm sorry I'm sorry I snapped. It's a bit much.
Your granddad isn't a bad man.
Just feels like good and bad are...
You do know that, with the lady hanging out at our place, the Shadow Court, that none of us have ever told her that it was your grandfather who did this. We've kept his secret safe, or she would have gone directly there and killed him.
Hopefully there aren't that many who knows he's still around.
No, I did, and the Baron does. But if people had told her who did it, I'm pretty sure she would have set heaven and earth in motion to find out what had happened to him. She knows what happened to Maria. The Baron strangled her with his own hands.
Can I come?
Yes, certainly, come on in.
Long story short, Charlie goes inside and collapses on the bed.
Yeah, she makes sure that you're covered up and that you get some sleep. All right, let's hop over to the others then. You guys make it to the summer court.
Yeah. I suppose we should talk to Her Majesty.
Yes. Let's get our permissions now.
So is Her Maj in?
Her Maj is in fact not in.
Oh dear.
Oh, does anyone know where she is?
She's out on business, is all that you're told.
That's all we're worthy of hearing.
But I mean, you are kind of working directly for her, so nobody really looks like they're going to get in your way, depending on, you know, what it is you want.
Do you want to talk to her about talking to her dad? So because
talking to the Duke, you know, that basically you're no matter who you talk to at court, they're all like, right, you want to talk to the Duke, okay, sort of thing.
Yeah.
To which Jonah's reply is, no, I really, really don't want to, but duty.
Okay. Let me see. Just give me a second. Actually, I think it's Maya that you're talking to.
Oh.
And she's like, so what do you need to talk to him about? I mean, if I'm allowed to ask, I might not be.
The thing we're investigating currently.
Okay, and nobody else is available that you can talk to? Because I don't think he's going to talk to you.
Well, the problem is they're all dead.
Oh.
It's about what happened back then, and there's a very slim selection of people.
Yeah. Vigo and Duke and the Baron. But...
Steel should probably be our last, resort.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea talking to Steel, no. I mean, would he even let you?
Well, he might say, yeah, come talk, and the second we step in, he's just gonna chop our heads off.
Let's just say if we're going to communicate with the Shadow Court, I'm not going to be present, and neither is August.
That kind of goes without saying. She's like, yeah, that would be a very bad idea. I don't know. Well, you could talk to Alice if you want to talk to the Shadow Court. She's still being kept here.
Yes.
That
yeah.
We're probably going to have to at some point.
Well, I did suggest that, but if we could get anything out of the Duke, that would be better than going to Steve.
I mean, I just want to warn you guys. I did try to feed her, and she nearly bit my hand off.
That's because she's hungry.
And possibly vindictive.
Well, she's a red cap. They eat everything.
She's kind of pissed, you know?
I get that.
Who wouldn't be?
Yes. She's a red cap, and she's being held captive by those she considers her worst enemies. I think I would be a little bit put out.
Well, when you put it like that...
I mean, she isn't among friends. Let's just put it that way.
That's
she doesn't
true.
know if she's alive or dead next week. That's that too.
Well,
that's another good point. But you could talk to her if you want to talk to the Shadow Court.
Yes.
True.
I think we should try.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. She has the same attitude towards she doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe she should stay out of it and let you guys talk.
That would then mean that it would be up to you to then speak with the Duke, potentially.
I'm not doing that before I've had a chance to talk to Her Majesty about it. I don't imagine I want to talk to him without having a royal order telling me to, or him to.
Yeah.
Maya just nods emphatically.
Well, we actually do have a royal order to figure things out, including talking to her dad. So you already got that one. But if you're too scared, I'll do it.
Well, you barely manage to finish that sentence before the door opens and the Duke comes in.
Oh, he's no longer on house arrest.
Well, he is under escort.
Oh, bye.
Count Gunge. So his daughter's fiance is basically keeping him on a leash.
I have a feeling that the only reason Count Gunge doesn't look awkward is because he's she and he can't look awkward.
Yes, and suddenly we watch as Jonas shrinks and folds into the sofa and vanishes like a contortionist.
He vanishes between the cushions.
How does the Duke look? Does he look pissed, dignified?
Very dignified.
Well, he has to. He doesn't want to lose more face than he already has.
Pretty much.
Where is he headed?
Just into court in general.
I was just like going to general. Oh no! Don't stay here where we have a chance to talk to you too.
Well, he's there if you want to talk to him.
Well, where is Alice, Kev? You know that, Maya?
Yeah, sure. I can take you.
Started to talk with them to ask talk with her.
No, I can take you to her.
Perfect.
So, who abandons poor Jonas to talk to the Duke? Or Jonas and August, as it is. Everybody else goes to talk to Alice, or does somebody else stay behind? That's what I mean.
I think Sonny looks at Jonas. Do you want someone else to talk with the Duke?
No, just go.
Are you sure?
It might be easier if it's only the she.
Yeah.
Alright.
He might have inherited a very unfortunate thing from someone else. This is true.
This is well, this is politics. We try to do what we must against our personal feelings.
On the upside, Joe. He can't make you look stupid. That's his shoulder.
I can sure as hell make me feel stupid.
But he can't see it on you.
Well, let's just say that the Duke notices you guys, and the look he sends your group could wither an oak at 200 paces.
Oh, he sees the entire group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll a willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm scared. Something else.
Yes. Why do I feel like my face has been rubbed with sandpaper?
Pretty much. Yes. Wow.
Okay, he doesn't flip him off.
Oh wow.
God, thank any god is listening.
Sonny looks at him. He doesn't do the I'm so happy to see you face, but there is, at least he makes a nod at him. I'm not ignoring you, I see you're there, hello.
You actually, you get a nod back.
Yeah. Still observing courtly what sits, even when you desperately want to burn the hole in that person's head.
Yes, he observes all the proprieties.
Good.
Yeah. And Sonny managed not to flip him off, it's amazing.
It's high achievement.
It is, because Sonny's pissed with him.
I think Jasmine will smile waxingly, get a hold of, Maya, and Sunny on the backs, and gently encourage them to start moving.
Well, Sonny succeeds so much that no one could ever tell he wanted to do such things.
Oh, it's not because of that. It's just because of the fact that he's glaring at this. Like, I want to be out of here. I don't want to be in this place.
So Agnes and Sunny and Jasmine are leaving the room, I take it, with Maya.
Yes, kind of quickly with the whole sort of tugging at the sleeve. From where I think,
we need to be elsewhere.
now?
Yes, we are definitively altering our geography.
Sonny looks after them. Why is such a hurry?
Well, you leave in a hurry. Well, you know, because some of you are in a hurry to get out of there. And yeah, let's deal with you guys before we deal with the Duke. You get into a different part of the freehold. It's not a part that any of you have been in before, but there are cells here, and some of them hold chimera, and they are aggressive and angry. And you get
Picks up, sir.
Yeah, Sir is not happy being there. He's scared.
That's why he picks him up.
Yeah.
Also, you know, making sure that they can't just take him.
Yeah, tail tucked and everything, and you get to the end of the hallway with all the cells, and at the end of it there's a slightly larger one in which Alice is sitting.
On the way there, Sonny confides in the three others. I was so close to flipping him off.
Thank goodness you didn't.
I figured it would be in bad taste. But I've never had to fight an urge that much before. I didn't realize how pissed I were at him.
If Maya hears, she doesn't say anything.
She probably does hear if she's going right beside us, but if she's slightly ahead, she might not.
She is slightly ahead. She but she comes up to the and to the door to the cell, or the bars to the cell, and she's like, well, she's in here. I'll wait down, further down the hallway.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Is the bars, or is it, there's a door and you might be able to see them? I'll look in. Is she at least in a good condition?
She looks to be in, good health, and yeah.
Tied up or able to walk around?
She's able to walk around.
Oh, good. Hey.
Oh, look. If it isn't a group of the people who bested me.
Well, strictly speaking, we didn't best you. You surrendered.
Well, it was that or get killed.
So he shrugs.
So, are you here to gloat, or is there a better reason?
We kind of want a neutral meeting with someone from the Shadow Court. Is there a way to do that?
Oh dear. You really are hopeful. Whatever do you hope to accomplish by meeting with one of us? I mean, you're meeting with one of us now.
Well, kind of want to know who actually killed the Daily Say.
Oh, that's simple.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that just common knowledge for everyone over there?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a story that gets told over and over again. It's one of the reasons why the Baron can't be trusted. Or not the Baron, the Duke can't be trusted.
Huh?
Oh,
he scratches his hair.
Good grief. Look, he promised half of the country to a dragon.
We know that part.
Dumb shit that he was. And then he goes and reneges on the deal. He basically goes back on what he's promised, right?
Yeah, we know that too.
Yeah. So obviously the man isn't trustworthy. You can't, he makes that kind of promise and then he goes back on it. How can anyone ever trust anything he says ever again? It's a pretty common story for us. It's one of the many reasons why we don't like him. One of, as I said, many reasons.
The thing is, it's not common knowledge over here. And we sort of kind of need to know it
Suppose it isn't.
because of things.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
We know the eggs were poisoned. We need to know by who. We know one was named Maria, but the man is still unknown.
Yeah, that's how we know what happened. Maria squealed before the Duke strangled her.
The Duke?
Oh,
I
sorry,
mean the Baron.
The Baron. I keep mixing those up right now. Yeah, the Baron, before the Baron strangled her.
Yeah, we heard that part too.
Yeah. So, and you want to know who the other one is?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a knocker. Pretty good with mechanics, like most knockers are.
Have there ever been a knocker who weren't?
Well, some of them are better at other kinds of craft. Gunsmiths and so on, but he was pretty good with mechanics. And he vanished afterwards. Nobody has heard anything from him ever since.
Yeah, but many vanished. It's kind of a hard criteria to go by.
Yeah, true. By the way, Emil? Grandpa Charlie,
Yes.
What is his name? I don't think
Martin.
we've ever established that. Martin, okay. Well,
Does he have the same surname as Charlie?
I imagine that they would have the same surname, yeah.
Well, that depends if it was Charlie's mother who was his daughter and she changed name when they got married.
Father side, grandfather.
okay.
They have the same
Surname, yeah. Well, his name was Martin Lacour.
What?
Do we know? Yeah, we also know Charles. Okay.
Oh, she says, smiles, which is a horrific sight.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to have struck a nerve. Can I give you any more information that can freak you out?
Nah, we have what we need now.
Aw. And here I was, hoping that you would keep me company.
Well, are there anything you want to know? We might as well chat while we're here. Jonas has the unfortunate thing to talk with the Duke.
How is it going out there? Is the Duke still being a complete ass? I understand that he's run into some problems of a family kind.
Yeah, he has. He's not happy about it.
Oh, poor child. Such a shame.
Sonny sits down in the opposite wall.
Hmm?
You want to run up, sir? You don't look too happy down here.
Yeah, can I?
Of course you can.
Okay.
You down here. Bye-bye! Looks after the corky on full running up there.
Yep, that's a corgi going at top speed.
Remember to close the door!
He doesn't...
Click.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yep.
she sits there and grins and goes, so... I'm particularly happy to hear that he's having problems, obviously, so... I take it that the invasion hasn't actually begun yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
The lady gave us a year after all to feed him to her.
Oh, that's very nice. She is being nice. Well, obviously, the Swedes are going to use that time to, build up their forces as well.
Yeah. But the family problem has to figure out what to do too.
Okay. Well, you do realize it's not too late to see the error of your ways and join us. Before it's too late.
You see, the problem with that is I don't really like your methods.
You have to use what you can use in a situation like this. It's not exactly as if the Duke has been playing by the book, has he? We're just being honest about it.
Sonny looks a little regretful. Yeah, I wish I knew that beforehand.
It's not the honesty or the lack of honesty that we have issue with. It's more the murdering and the torture.
Oh, the issue has issues, does she? She says and grins.
Well, not a bad turn of phrase. Well done.
So, what do you have problems with?
As I was saying, the the enjoyment of the murdering and the torture and the psychological trauma and the incredible pettiness that can be motivate these things.
Pettiness? She actually laughs. Pettiness? You sit there and lecture me about pettiness while sitting in this place of all. Oh my goodness, the hypocrisy is staggering. It's all right, the torture and the murders and so on, fine. I can suppose I can understand why some people would be squeamish about that. Do you think that it's particularly fun for us to get killed by your kind?
I don't suspect anyone likes to be murdered for any reason at all.
Exactly.
But there's a difference in loving to murder or having to.
Well, she says and shrugs, I can't help what I am. I'm born of nightmares.
I've always pondered that. Why is that?
Because nightmares are legitimate dreams as well.
She has a point.
But are you the only kind of beings to come out of strict nightmare?
No. Plenty of creatures do. Lots of chimera.
Sunny actually looks interested.
Lots of chimera come out of nightmares as well. Most
like the ones in here.
Well, most of the ones that are incarcerated here, yes, they are basically kept prisoner for the same reason I am, because we're dangerous. And and of course, slew are born from nightmares. Just less violent ones than those like me.
But it's pretty uniform, isn't it? I don't think many people know about red caps today, and still they're being born. Is that just the thing they turn into, even if it's different nightmares?
No. It's, kids being afraid of what hides under the bed, or people being afraid and dreaming of being chased by something they can't see, or people having really bloody nightmares. Those are the kinds of things that we get.
Sunny twitches.
That's what we get created from.
Would another Fae be able to do that through a nightmare?
No.
Create other?
Has to come from dreamers.
Oh, good lord. Good.
See? I might be useful to you after all. You've just learned something. Imagine that.
Well, there are something the Summer Court won't tell us.
It's a lot the Summer Court won't tell you. Lying bastards that they are.
Are there any other thing that's complete regular knowledge over there that isn't here?
Probably, but it's... I've never been a part of any other court, so I don't know what you guys typically get told or don't.
You haven't?
No, I've never been a part of any other court than the Shadow Court.
Did you get found by anyone from the Summer or Winter Court and never joined them? Were you found by the Shadow Court?
Found by the Shadow Court. And good thing. It's where I belong. We are the resistance. Whether you like to think of us that way or not, we are the resistance to an occupying force.
So you want this to be Little Sweden again?
If it means that we get rid of the she, I don't care if the monarch sits in Stockholm. I honestly don't care. It makes no difference to me. I don't have any kind of national pride of that kind. What I want is to be rid of the pointy-eared assholes who think that they're better than everyone else.
So all she is like that per default? Even the newer generations?
They can't help it. They are like I'm born to nightmares. They're born with a silver spoon in their mouth and a golden one shoved so far up their ass they spit little golden flecks Have you ever noticed how they can't even look dumb?
I think that's kind of like when I inspire people to do things that they normally wouldn't. That's just a side effect of being she.
It is a side effect of that. But it also gives them an unbearable arrogance.
The only arrogant ones I've met is the Duke.
Them and their titles and their system of government, no matter how nice they are, have you ever noticed how they always end up on top? Oh, they can be so nice and so
Sonny keeps
pleasant.
a smile to himself and not comments further on that part.
And so pleasant, and they always, you know, they stroke you by the hair, and then they end up being on top. They end up being in charge every fucking time. Because that's how they play the game.
Do anyone know why they came back?
Presumably, at least what I've heard, is that they're exiles from Arcadia. They were thrown out.
But you don't know for sure.
Can't be certain, but that's the story many of them tell. Their houses were thrown out of Arcadia for one reason or another. So they came here, but instead of coming here and saying, oh, we were dispossessed, we were thrown out from home, is there a place for us here? You know, can we settle here peacefully and be a part of the community that already exists? What do? They come here on horseback, in armor, with sword in hand, all over the fucking world. And they impose their system on everyone else instead of, they didn't even try to coexist. And they haven't since. It's not about coexistence for the She, it's about ruling. Being in charge. Look, I'm not completely unreasonable. I'm actually willing to admit that there are probably She out there who would make pretty good leaders. I'm sure there are. Intelligent people. Sure. But it's not about that for them. It's not how it works. It doesn't matter how fucking incompetent they are. Look at the Duke. Look at what he's done. It's not about whether they are competent or not. It's about those goddamn pointy ears of theirs. And that golden spoon rammed so far up their ass it tickles their prostate.
That's actually not that far up the ass. Sonya says as a fact.
Right.
Do you see what I mean?
I can contribute most of those traits to the elder generation. But Jonas doesn't want to lead.
Oh?
Julian didn't want to lead. He just wanted to have fun.
Right. And they had titles.
I think that's because it's mostly forced on them.
They have the option of saying no. Just like everyone else. We have one noble in the Shadow Court, and that's the Baron. Everyone else is equal. And he actually listens. He doesn't make decisions without having a consensus behind him. We are the closest thing you're gonna get to a democracy in this Fey world. The She, oh, they have their titles forced on them. And in the end, you know, they're barons and counts and dukes, or even kings and queens. And then they lead, and they're in charge, and it doesn't matter how good they are at it. New generation. What would you call this queen that I hear about, if not the new generation?
Well, she was a she before I was a satyr, so I can't tell for her.
Oh, she is definitely the new generation. She's not
How
that
old
much
is she?
older. She's not that much older than you. 5 or 6 years.
And that's not that much older. For a
No,
fae who is lucky if they get past their 30s.
it's not that much older indeed. Her father is in his late 60s.
Yeah, he lived surprisingly long.
Yeah. So there you go. It's a real mess, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not trying to be anything but what I am. I'm being true to what I am. But I honestly believe that the she are bad for all of us. If they were willing to live like all the rest of us and not be in charge and just be equal, that's one thing. But in all my life, I have never seen the least proof that any of them, deep down, when it comes down to it, are willing to do that. Not once. Oh, they'll take their titles and they'll like them. Is there anything else I can help you with?
He looks up at the girls. Anything you want to know?
No.
Agnes just shakes her head. She is not comfortable around.
She's what?
She's not what?
Very much not comfortable around us.
No. Alice is, bit of a monster.
Yep.
What's that coming
It was
on?
that over the Duke. But now she kind of want to go and see what happened to the Duke, because now the boys will definitely have talked to him. Then he's not.
Yes. The thing, of course, is that this took a little bit longer than I expected, which means that we're probably not going to have time to do the talk with the Duke tonight. But we can start with that next time.
I think before everyone leaves, Sunny just waves at, you can go. I want to stay and chat a little longer.
Sure. Alice is fine with chatting some more. But I do think that we should probably round off here until next time.
Yep.
And I'll hand you... This has been a really good evening. I've had a lot of fun tonight, so I'm going to give you 4 XP. It's been... There's been some really good role-playing tonight. It's been absolutely great. And I will see you all next time. And from us here at CharismaToAC to you, the listening audience, thank you for listening in. Please come back next time as well. And for us, bye.
Bye.
Bye.